another Yoga Sculpt class. As always, you don't need any equipment, but I do recommend having 1 to 5 pound weights with you, just to increase some of the arm movements. And then making sure that you have water and a towel if you need it as well. We're going to start seated on our bums. Legs can be crossed or any position that's comfortable. Just closing the eyes, softening the gaze, letting go of any controlled rhythm of breath. Maybe placing the hands on your knees, palms up to feel more energy, down to feel more grounded, or they can even come balanced at heart center in Anjali Mudra, that prayer position. Just continuing to allow yourself to breathe. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. Trying not to let any outside thoughts creep in throughout the next hour, just focusing on yourself. On your next inhale, slowly blinking open your eyes. Inhale, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twisting over to the right. Seated twist. Right hand comes behind, just gently pressing into the ground, keeping your spine nice and tall. Maybe the left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. One more breath. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twisting to the other side. One more breath. And inhale, coming back through center, allowing the arms to fall down, and then coming up and over into a tabletop position. Making sure that your wrists are stacked somewhere under your shoulders, palms flat on the ground, fingers spread wide, knees somewhere under hips, toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever's most comfortable for you, as long as you're in a position of strength and grounding. From here, we're going to inhale, allow the belly to fall, gaze to rise. And then exhale, pulling that belly button in towards the spine, rounding the back, gaze draws downwards. Inhale through cow. And exhale through cat. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming back to a neutral position. Taking the right leg long out behind you, foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards, hips are neutral to start. Option to stay here with both hands firmly planted on the ground. Otherwise, left hand reaches forward in front of you. Pausing here, spinal balance. Belly button is pulled inwards. Inhale, point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the elbow. Pause. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. One more time. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, lengthening back out. Palm's going to come down towards the mat. Right foot is going to come up and over towards the left, tapping down. We're going to come into a series of rainbows. So lifting the leg up and over, gently tapping, up and over, gently tapping for 10. Going 1. Trying to keep the core straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Leg comes back out in front of you. Left palm steps forward, maybe one palm length ahead. Spinning the left toes towards the side. Opening up the right hand. Coming into a modified side plank Bhastisthasana. Right leg is straight, foot is flexed, the leg is active. From here, you're going to take the right hand, gently placing it on the back of your head. Elbow reaching up, opening up at the chest. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bringing the elbow down towards the left. For 1. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. 2, 3 more. Core is strong here. Once more. Inhale, opening back up, hand extend. Right foot is going to come to the floor, and then you're going to sweep it forward, tap, and back. For 10. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, core stays tight, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing that hand and knee back down towards the earth. Pausing back in tabletop. Catching your breath. Inhale, allow the belly to fall. Gaze to rise. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back through center. Pausing here. This time left leg reaches long out behind you. Foot is flexed. Toes are pointed downwards to start. Neutral hips. Option to keep both hands on the mat. Otherwise, right hand reaches forward. In and out for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then from here, we've got those rainbows. 10. Left foot will come over to the right to start. In 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes back to neutral. Coming into that modified side plank next. So twisting those right feet towards behind you, lifting that left hand up towards the ceiling. Making sure that top foot is active. Left hand comes to rest gently behind the skull. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, elbow to elbow. 4 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, opening up that arm back up towards the ceiling. Left foot comes down to touch the floor. It's going to come out in front of you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to tabletop, pressing your hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Pausing here, catching your breath. And then gently rolling up, maybe grabbing a sip of water, toweling off, meeting in downward facing dog. From downward dog, our palms are pressed firmly into the earth. Index finger and thumb especially pressing downwards, allowing the biceps to spin forwards. Head is in between the biceps, gaze towards the shins, hips reaching up and back, heels reaching towards the earth, slight bend in the knees. Pausing here. Pressing through the palms, making this more of an active asana. Belly buttons drawn inwards. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back to plank position. On toes or on knees. Making sure that your plank is strong here. Tailbone is slightly tucked, reaching towards the heels. High on the toes. Hands are planted firmly on the mat, underneath the shoulders. Gaze is downwards. One long straight line from crown of head out through heels of feet. Pausing here, core strong. Now we're going to do 10 shoulder taps. Option to jack at the same time. Option to come down to knees. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you found knees pressing back up to full plank, shifting forward, lowering through chaturanga all the way down to the mat, untucking the toes. Hands should frame lower rib cage. Inhale, press through the palms, shoulders roll back, chest shines forward, baby cobra. Exhale to release. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Tucking the toes, pressing through the palms, shifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Realign, readjust as needed. Then pause and breathe. Inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Flat back, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, Urdhva Hastasana, again, maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms again, step back, high plank position. This time shift forward. Lower through chaturanga all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes. Hands come beside you in cactus position. You're going to raise up, come into a shoulder extension, reach back out, go down. For 15. In 3, 2, 1. Go. 1. You can use your weights here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, last, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back to frame lower rib cage. Inhale, press through the palms, baby cobra, or maybe press a little higher to high cobra. Exhale to release. Tucking the toes, pressing through the hands, shifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, realign, readjust, and then pause in stillness. Catch your breath. On your next inhale, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands and gaze sweep upwards, Urdhva Hastasana, gathering energy from either side of the room. Maybe mini back bend. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank position. Again, shift forward. Lower through chaturanga all the way to the mat. This time, forehead stays down. Toes, shins, knees, thighs lift up off the ground. From here, we're going to beat the legs back and forth in a crisscross position for 20. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Bum is squeezed. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come back down towards the earth. Palms come back to frame lower rib cage. Pressing through the hands. This time shifting the hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat, child's pose. Again, pausing here, maybe grabbing a sip of water, toweling off if needed. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. Finding down dog if you haven't already. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Foot is flexed, toes are pointing downwards, hips are neutral. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee forward, shift shoulders over hands, pause, breathe in, back to three-legged dog. That's 1, you have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, core is tight when you come forward. Pull the knee up towards the belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. This time come forward, bring knee into chest. Step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. From here, we're going to plant the palms onto the mat. We're going to step the left foot forward, tap the ankle, step it back for 10. In 3, 2, 1. Go. 1, 2, slow and controlled. 3, 4, 5, last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pausing in that runner's lunge, realign, readjust if you need. Front knee should be in line with the ankle. Left hand stays planted firmly on the mat. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Revolved runner's lunge. Pausing here, using this time to breathe. Feeling that nice stretch down the front side of the left leg. Inhale, lengthen the hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bringing the right palm back down towards the mat, framing the front right foot. Dropping the left knee, toe can be tucked or untucked. Again, left hand stays firmly planted on the mat. Inhale, right hand reaches up, this time revolved, low lunge, low Anjaneyasana. Again, pausing here. Maybe you bend into that left knee and reach for the outside edge of the left foot. Making sure that there's no negative sensation in the left knee. One more breath. If you found a bind, gently release. Exhale, bringing the right hand back down towards the mat. Making sure you've got your weights handy here, pressing yourself up into low lunge. Again, making sure that the front knee is in line with the ankle, maybe sinking a little deeper into that lunge, feeling that stretch on the left hip flexor. Hands come up towards the ceiling. One weight or two, bringing them together, coming into tricep extensions for 1, only bending at the elbows, 2. Core is straight here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights can stay in your hand, just bring them towards your side. Tucking that back toe, powering up, high crescent lunge. From here, we're going to pulse up and down. 1, 2. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into that high crescent lunge, hinging forward, bringing your hands back down to frame that front foot. Right foot steps back to meet left, plank position. Optional vinyasa flow. Option to come down to your knees, push back to child's pose. From child's pose, pressing back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts this time. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, pause. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time shift forward, step foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Again, taking your hands a little bit forward. You're going to step the right foot forward towards the left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand stays planted on the mat. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling or sky. Revolve, runner's lunge. Again, pausing here, using this time to catch your breath. One more breath. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand comes back down towards the mat. Dropping the right knee. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Again, right hand stays planted on the earth. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Revolved, low lunge. From here, if you took a bind on the other side, feel free to take one on this side. Reaching to the outside of the foot. Making sure that you're not on the top of the knee here, that you're more on the front of the thigh. So really pressing forward. Pausing here. And then if you found a bind, gently release. Allowing the left hand to come back down towards the earth. Grabbing your weights, pressing up, low lunge. Again, realign, readjust if needed. Bringing your hands up, weights together, or one weight holding on both sides. Tricep extensions, ears stay in between biceps, core pulled in. Trying to keep the back strong and straight. 4, 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your weights back down. Or holding them, on either side. Tucking that back toe. Pressing up, high crescent lunge. Again, lowering and lifting into that lunge for 15. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down, runner's lunge. Hands on the mat, step left foot back to meet right, high plank, optional vinyasa flow, option just to push back to downward facing dog, and then again coming high onto the toes, dropping the knees, hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Gently pressing yourself up. Grabbing a sip of water, toweling off if needed. We will meet back in downward facing dog. From downward dog, gaze shifts forward. Walk, step, or float the feet to meet the hands. Halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. This time release into that fold. Allow the backside body to really stretch out. Allow gravity to just pull you downwards. Pausing here for a moment. Hands can touch the floor, maybe on a block. Maybe they rest on your thighs, so you can grab either elbow and just ragdoll here for a moment. And then tucking the tailbone downwards, gently rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Until you found Tadasana. Feet are planted firmly on the earth. From here, we're going to take the right foot, kick it back for 20. So making sure there's a micro bend in the left leg. Hands can come to heart center. You can always be holding your weights as well. If you do decide to use weights, I recommend that you have palms facing forward, weights in your hand, and as you kick your leg back, you kick your arms back as well. So getting ready in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3. Lifting from the bum, not from the low back. Last. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm just going to turn to face the camera to explain this. We're going to step the legs out wide. Coming into a bend into the left knee, because that was your supporting leg before. Again, you can have the weights, you can set them down. So bend into the left knee. You're going to step the right foot in and out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet stay wide, pointing out slightly, coming into Malasana, yogi squat. So allowing your hips to fall down towards the ground. Feet can come as wide as you need, but you want to make sure that you're only as low as your heels stay on the ground. So if you're here, that's great. If you're here, that's great. From here, we're going to lift the hands up. We're going to come up onto our toes. So heel raises 10 times. 1. Making sure they come all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bringing your hands back towards the earth. Inhale, right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Left forearm is gently pressing left knee out so that it doesn't collapse inwards. Pausing here. And then switching to the other side. Coming back down. Pressing your hands in towards the mat. You're going to come up so that you're in sort of a wider legged forward fold position. So hands need to be on the ground or they can be on blocks. You can have as much bend in the knees as you need. From here, we're going to come down and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bringing your feet back together till you're in your Tadasana stance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep it upwards. Bring hands through heart center. Back down beside you. Coming into the opposite side. So depending on where you ended up, you might want to step forward. Option to pick up your weights again. Left leg will kick back this time. Right will be the supporting leg, making sure there's a bend in that right knee. Coming into those kickbacks. 1, 2, 3. Halfway. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then again, stepping that leg out wide. So right leg will stay bent this time. Left leg will step in and out. 1. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into your yogi squat. Arms raise up. 10 more. Heel raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Again, palms come towards the earth. This time we'll lift the left hand first, stretching out, and then the right. Making sure those knees do not collapse inwards. Chest does not collapse inwards. Hands come back down towards the mat, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Heel toeing those feet back underneath you. Forward fold, relax here. Pause and breathe. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Optional vinyasa flow. Option to step back. Downward facing dog. Come high onto the toes. Drop the knees. Shift the hips to heels. Belly to thighs. Forehead to mouth. Pausing here. And then slowly and gently shifting yourself back up, tucking your toes, pressing through the palms, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. I'm going to turn around just so that I'm facing the right way. Inhale, right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back. Step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. From here, pausing here. Option to take, I'm not facing the right way. Option to take your right foot and heel toe it out towards the side. We're going to come into a side plank, so you're welcome to come into a modified version if you like. Otherwise, right foot comes back to meet left. Now feet are going to be staggered here, not stacked. From here, we're going to take the right hand, reaching it, so we're going to snake and turn, reach it towards the left, back up for 5. In 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to side plank, right hand comes back down, high plank position, realign, readjust as needed, then pressing into the hands, downward facing dog. From here, right leg lifts up, foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe to lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back, step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Left foot comes down onto an angle, 45 degrees, or whatever is comfortable for you. This is where I'm going to have to turn around. Bringing yourself up and around, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So pausing in that warrior stance, making sure that the front knee is in line with the front ankle. You should be able to see the big toe on the inside edge of the front knee. Back foot, you're pressing in, full foot on the ground. Arms up parallel towards the mat. Gaze over the top middle finger. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, flip the front palm, raising it up towards the ceiling, exalted warrior. Exhale, bringing front forearm to thigh, sweeping left hand up and around, extended side angle. Option to have your weights here. You can stay here, or you can lift that right hand up, feeling that work through your core as you hold each hand upwards. Pausing here. Staying where you are. Last breath. And then bringing yourself back up, warrior stance. Coming in to those cactus arms. Shoulder press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Windmilling your hands back down. Runner's lunge. Palms on the floor. Stepping that right foot back to meet the left. High plank position. Optional vinyasa flow. Option just to push back. Downward facing dog. And pause here. Catch your breath. Inhale, left leg lifts up this time. Foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back. Step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Right hand stays planted on the mat. Left foot, heel toes towards the outside. Coming into that side plank. Option just to come into modified side plank. Wherever you are, pausing here, making sure that the front foot is in front. If you're in a modified version, you can just hold that, or you could snake like this. Sorry, I should have explained that first. From here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back down, high plank position. Pushing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up, foot is flexed, toes are pointed downwards. Point the toe, lengthen the leg. Exhale, draw knee to nose, puff up the back. Set the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Right foot comes down on an angle, 45 degrees or whatever's comfortable to you. Grabbing your weights, windmilling yourself up and around. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Whew, getting really sweaty. Front palm flips up, lifts up towards the ceiling, exalted warrior. Exhale, bring that forearm down towards the thigh. Sweep the right hand up and over. Option to stay here. Option to reach the left hand up as well. Working that core a little bit more to hold both hands out extended. Pausing wherever you are. One more breath. Inhale, coming back up, warrior 2. Cactusing those arms. 10 more shoulder presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back out, windmilling yourself back down, runner's lunge. Planting the palms, stepping the left foot back to meet the right high plank position. Pausing here this time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, strong core, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the knees, pressing the hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Taking a deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Two more breaths. And then wherever you are, slowly and gently pressing yourself up. Grabbing a sip of water, maybe toweling off. And then coming down onto your back for a final twist and Shavasana. Bringing your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, drawing them inwards. Arms come into cactus. Exhale, allowing both your knees to fall over to the left. Gaze to the right. Pausing here. One more breath. Back through center and over to the other side. This time knees to the right, gaze to the left. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Coming back through center. And then choosing whatever shape you wish to take your final Shavasana in. Or maybe legs come long. Maybe feet are planted on the earth, knees up towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, just closing the eyes, softening the gaze. Letting go of any control of breath. Just pausing here. Again, trying not to let the mind wander. Focus on where you are for a few more minutes. And then on your next inhale, invite movement back into your body. Maybe slowly wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, bending at elbows and knees, just swaying gently from side to side, reawakening the spine until you feel ready to draw one knee followed by the other in toward your chest. Now rocking yourself up towards your seated position. In whatever position you've chosen to sit in, bringing your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra, closing the eyes, dropping the gaze, or maybe bringing your thumbs up till your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. May the long-time sun shine upon you, true love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for another Yoga Sculpt class. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment and enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.